Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to Pure Rap Podcast. Doing another video. I guess I didn't upload. You know what? I gotta start that all over, man, because I feel like I fucked up.
You did fuck up,
man. I remember on the other video that me and Darnell did with the 5 albums, I said we were gonna do both videos that day, and now I'm realizing that I never even uploaded or edited at all. So, anyways, this is 5 mixtapes that made me love hip hop. If you're white, we're gonna be uploading this. So Keb started off with 5 albums that made me love hip hop or made him love hip hop, and then me and Darneezy, we did ours, which will be uploaded before this video. So once people see this video, they'll know that.
Oh man, you fucking up. You might put this one out first.
Nah, I won't mess up that bad.
Yeah, I already did the other one first before.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. Nah, but this was just a good series that, like, Keb came up with. I mean, it didn't really turn into a series. It was just kind of like 5 albums that made us love hip hop. And then after that, I was like, damn, we could do mixtapes and 5 tracks, 5
movies.
beats, like, hey, movie, I'll be down for that.
Podcast.
5 podcasts. Nah, there's only one.
There's only one that we love.
There's only one. Yeah, there's only one.
Yeah.
Nah, but now it's good though. We finally got Keb back. You know what I'm saying? Me and Darneezy, I feel like we've been doing a lot of videos.
Man, y'all did one video.
The album reviews.
The album reviews.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we've been missing you, Keb. We've been missing you, Keb, for the album.
He's been hustling, man.
All that like extra content, I felt like it's just either Keb himself or me and Darneezy.
We busy, man.
Yeah,
we busy out here.
Busy bees.
Daily Football Zone's back up too.
Yeah, facts. DFZ, man. Look,
busy, man.
You got to let people know about that real quick. Like, plug that in, bro. Football fans.
Follow Daily Football Zone on Instagram. At Daily FZ on Twitter.
And do it on Twitter.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Daily Football Zone. Trying to frequently post videos. Got one released one maybe about a day or two ago. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, mock draft, right?
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
we got the draft coming up, so we
rest in peace, DMX too, man. Just
rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying?
For the other clip, you got to plug that in there. DMX.
Facts.
Yeah, man, we busy out here.
Yeah, I've been telling people, man, like, if you think Keb knows about hip hop, bro, go watch DFZ and see how much he knows about football. That's a whole nother ball.
I'm more into NBA, bro.
I'm
on NBA. No young boy.
Nah, man, but yeah, bro, we're doing this video on a Saturday. I mean, that's a new day. It's like 12 to 2 o'clock for me. You know what I'm saying? It's
man, we had
another time. Let's go on
Easter tomorrow too. So before we forget, man, happy Easter and all that good stuff. If y'all celebrate it, ain't like Ramadan going on too. All that good stuff that I'm not really knowledgeable about, but yeah, y'all enjoy.
Yeah, happy Easter for everybody, the families and all that, and the friends. Yeah, hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Get the Easter egg hunts going on.
Thanks.
I'm gonna eat some deviled eggs tomorrow. I'm gonna think about Darnell when I meet him.
Man, said I'm eating some deviled eggs tomorrow. How you gonna eat?
Don't eat too much chocolate. All that stuff going on.
No, yeah, man. All that chocolate going on. How about instead of eating chocolate, from the rabbits, how about you eat some carrots? You know what I'm saying?
Carrots. Man.
Eat a carrot with the rabbit. You know what I mean? Share. You know what I mean? Share. Break a piece in half. Give half to one of the rabbits. Say the other half for you. You know what I mean? It's good for your eyes. You know what I mean? Hey, eat some carrots.
Some carrots, man. Healthy, man. Healthy.
Facts, bro. Eat some carrots. But yeah, let's get into this, man. So 5 mixtapes that made me love hip hop. I call this series Loving Hip Hop. You know what I mean? Fuck the reality show. We're gonna steal it. We're gonna steal it and take it for ourselves. So Darneezy, we're gonna be starting with you, and we're gonna change the layout and all that stuff too, man. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Let's go. So Darneezy, it's on you.
I'm scared, man.
With the 5 mixtapes, yeah. So my number 5 pick, I put Don Kennedy, the Yellow Album. Shoot, this is this is one of them classic like LA tapes. Man, I mess with Don Kennedy. I know a lot of people do. Big up, in LA, Lamar Park, and like this mixtape brought a lot of like LA vibes to like the party scenes. Like my type of party was like the biggest record. Like everybody was playing. Woo! Like parties. Like everybody would be singing along through that song. Like, my type of party. 20 girls in the lobby. Yeah, like people would just be vibing out to that. So, with this, I mean, in the productions, in the beats with stuff was going hard on this too. And he had like Kendrick
and that gold out penis.
Yeah, gold out penis. Yeah, not
Kendrick on there too.
Yeah, Kendrick was on there, and like gold out penis. I was a dope record with Rick Ross, and like I know like a few years back, like when I had my Honda, I put gold rim. I was getting like different rims, and like I don't know, like gold rims was like it kind of just hella related to me. I'm like, man, I was thinking of like the Yellow album when it came, so then I put like gold rims on my Honda at that time. So that was cool. And then like it just got a lot of like sentimental records for the females too, and I know the females like love like some of the records he had with that one. So lately, and then it had like kind of like that barbecue feel songs too, lately.
Summertime,
Yeah, that's the cookout.
Yeah, like some cookout songs.
This man Keb think he invited to the cookout? No.
Man, I'll crash that bitch.
Nah, Keb's one of the only white people invited to the cookout.
I'm gonna call Karen to tell her to pull through.
Yeah, pull through. Hey, Karen, stop this. They're not inviting me. I need you to stop this. If
I
don't come, no one gets to enjoy this cookout.
my local Karen.
Facts. Dude. I just seen sorry to side note, but I just seen a video where I guess they said this Karen, she called the cops on this black teenager, but then she ended up getting arrested. I was like damn.
Seems like it usually goes that way.
Should just mind your business.
Right.
All right, but back to you, Donna.
Yeah, that's a dope mixtape. Like that's just really a California good mixtape. I know everybody can kind of relate. Just kind of like that party scene, barbecue feel. Play around the homies, play around your girl, like real feel good music. So I know people will pretty much relate to that. So they came around like high school days too. Everybody was playing this.
That's a fact.
How did y'all feel about Yellow album? Y'all liked it when it came out around that time?
That's a classic.
Classic,
that's
right?
First time I heard of Dom Kennedy. I want to say
Kennedy. Damn, that's crazy. That's some people when they first came out.
Yeah. What about you, Keb?
What was the question again?
Oh, like,
did you rock with the Yellow album?
Yeah,
man, this is a good project. We do that. I want that on streaming services, man. I know they started.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that,
I don't know whatever happened with it, but
you like $2 million.
GoFundMe for that bitch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. You're right.
Put it on like clearances.
That hit me late. How about that?
You don't want to,
just the clearance, all the samples that was on there.
Yeah, it's probably like at that point, it's like. But my thing is like, yeah, I know we always say like we want our streaming service and stuff like that, but to me it's like, bro, you can still get it on.
Yeah, you can still get it.
YouTube, except it's still the SoundCloud. It's always there. So
my Spotify.
Yeah, that's true. See, and then you got to switch apps, but
I'm trying to rack up my statistics.
I still listen to his album.
I'm trying to stack up my stats for my yearly review.
Stack up.
I'm a big statistics guy, man.
I'm dead. All right, but speaking of statistics, no. Here you go, Keb. So we got
me on the zoomed in and shit, bro. Like, man.
This man having a bad hair day.
I gotta put
this man having a bad hair day.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
that's why I got the hood on.
But I was like, I should put a hat on, but I was like, nah, I kind of want to rock the messy hair day, man. The messy haircut, as you can see. But, so who'd I put? Oh yeah, I put my guy Sir Michael Rock's Premier Politics, man. That was like a 2011 joint. I've been fucking with him since the Cool Kids with Chuck English and all that since like the 2000s. So, I checked out. I remember bumping this shit on my iPod. I think at that time I had a Nano. I could be wrong. Maybe it was a Shuffle, man, because we was broke. But, or maybe I stole Darnell's Shuffle. I don't remember. But yeah, of course, we had hit the Dat Piff, hit all the the mixtape sites and we would download. Yeah, it was a good project. I don't know if y'all ever checked this project out?
I like Sir Michael Ross back then.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like the one what he had with Mac Miller and all them Casey Veggies and stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't this project though. That was
that wasn't.
I think that's the second one.
I don't think I ever listened to it because I used to listen to the Cool Kids, but I never listened. I don't think I've ever really delve into his solo work. So
yeah, man, this one had Boldy James too, man. So
early.
Stop the Show. It had like a loop. I like the loop is kind of, I don't know what's the word for it. Kind of like excessive, but like. But I don't know. I think that made the beat hard, and you bump that shit in your car, like you be riding.
Sure, I'm at to bump this.
Any Boldy James fans out there, because I know he's getting bigger as we speak, but yeah, he wasn't as big compared to now in 2011.
Yeah.
He had Jeremiah on one of the tracks too. I think it was like the outro track.
Yeah.
And then he like I fucked with the Too Short back track. It was a good project, man. I feel like anyone that's into like I just say styles of hip hop, because I guess you could say there's certain like categories when it comes to hip hop, like
everyone got different style. A lot of people got different styles, or like what they into.
Yeah, he was different in his own lane. He had his own different sound.
So
yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so I recommend this for anybody that's looking for a new project to listen to, even though it's old, but it's over 10 years old. But it's always good to check back on projects you ain't heard, because you might actually find some tracks you fuck with, even though it's 10 years old. So
hey, some records be timeless though. I mean,
yeah,
that's
man.
what hip hop's all about, or music in general is all about.
Yeah, man. So I recommend checking this out.
Yeah, no, I just saved it on Apple Music right now. I just seen it was on there, so I'm like, I'm about to.
Apple Music.
I mean, there's some
Apple,
skips, of course, but it's a cool project.
Most definitely.
I don't think he makes music like that anymore too much.
Yeah, I mean the Cool Kids just dropped like 2 projects in the past.
Facts.
Oh, but yeah, besides the solo records, like his solo projects.
Yeah, I think it's been
a minute for that.
Facts. So we got my number 5. I gotta clear my throat. Pause. But Wretch, Polo Sporting Goods, bro. This like I still listen to, but I probably listen to this mixtape more than like a lot of like to this day, bro. I still listen to this shit like literally like a lot. Like I probably listen to it the same amount I do now than I did when it first dropped.
That's the project with like the basketball and all that and shit.
Yeah, just all Polo. Yeah,
he was going up when we posted about it too, like on our Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what's crazy about that too? That post, bro. I wasn't expecting that, because like I thought like I knew Wretch, has a big following, but sometimes I'd be thinking like, damn, does anyone really be knowing about this tape? You know what I mean? So
like
when
the average person,
Yeah, the average person. So when I seen the numbers going up, I was like, oh shit, all right. Like, damn, I didn't know people were on it like that, but it made me happy, because I'm like, okay, people feel the same way. I've seen people saying, this is one of the top 5 mixtape all time. This is one of the good. I seen people like literally responding with that. And in my head, I was like, damn, this is in my top 5 favorite mixtapes. I posted it early when we first did PRP, when I was playing my mixtapes. And it's just one of those things that, because even for this, I know a lot of people will probably think like when we say made me love hip hop, like our first introduction or whatever, like for me, I have moments where things can make me love hip hop even more. Things can make me love, certain aspects of hip hop, or I might not be listening to that much at that time, but this brought me back into it, or this and that, This is one of those mixtapes that, in high school, like as soon as it dropped, because I was already rocking with Wretch, but when this dropped, it was just different. And I felt bad because, man, what's the producer's name? Damn. I gotta get that though, because I don't want to leave man's left out like that.
Yeah, the production was pretty solid, right? Like,
it was produced by one specific producer, the entire project. I gotta shout him. I gotta make sure I shout him out, because that's like I can't do things like that. Thelonious Martin, that's who that is. Yeah, he produced the entire project. The beats are crazy. The features are nice. He got Absol on there too. I believe he got. I want to say he got Action Bronson on there as well, if I'm not tripping. But yeah, it's one of those mixtapes, bro, that like to this day, like I listen to it heavy, and the entire album, like there's no skips at all, just real hip hop shit. You know what I mean? Wretch, good storyteller, super gritty. If anyone out there hasn't listened to this or even heard of Wretch, like go listen to that now. I guarantee you'll be an instant fan. So
yeah, he wasn't just only viral just because of that smoking video he had way back.
Oh yeah, like smoking with the white
videos.
Yeah. Got locked up or something.
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's like the top
still locked up,
internet video.
No, he's out now.
He's out now.
Yeah, he's out now. Yeah.
No, yeah, I wouldn't think so, but yeah, that was a
He was
famous
locked for a
video of his. People would know about.
Yeah, this one of those ones.
Why
But
look
nah, I
why
got-
look at MCK's camera got like a filter on him? Like you look kind of
Oh, like it kind of like blurred out for a little bit.
zooming in and out, was
Yeah.
focusing out.
Yeah, there we go. It was like focusing. It did for a second, right? Nah, but yeah, go check this one out, man. This is one of them ones, bro. We're going to number 4
shit.
for this one.
Ooh, I got
You
on
guys end up having the same
both.
exact one. So Keb Darneezy.
We meant to be.
And since that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to move it back and pit myself to the bottoms.
to the bottom.
Yeah, man. Darnell don't like Kush nor orange juice, but this is.
Oh yeah, you guys got to set the title too for our audio podcast listeners. You know what I mean? Got to make sure we say everything.
Yeah, number 4 we got Wiz Khalifa's Kush and orange juice, both picked by me, myself, Keb, and Darneezy,
Me too.
whatever you want to call him. I call him Darnell because I ain't saying no damn Darneezy. But Darnell, man,
Yeah, we're
man,
friends.
Why do you choose this number 4, Darnell?
Shoot. I mean, it was like a classic, like project, like way back, just on the Dat Piff days.
2010.
It just, yeah, this came back like, when was this? Like middle school, like around that time.
2010.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, like 8th grade maybe.
Yeah, we must
eighth
have been,
grade.
yeah.
So
Depending
I
on
know
what
that
date, though,
Yeah, it's like
but it was. But it was big on that, like just the production, like the samples he had there. Yeah, like Kid Frankie, that was a good sample on there.
Mesmerized and Never Been are like
Mesmerized, Never Been, like in the cut.
Yeah, dope production.
Yeah, like
on that project, man.
Yeah, the production was just crazy on there, and then that's kind of got me into Wiz early around that time. Became kind of a big Wiz fan. He was kind of the one that brought all the little Chuck Taylors and kind of brought that little scene of that and this thing. But
and then that whole smoking, that whole just smoking in general, like I feel like a lot of people, like he not saying, I mean, there's always obviously, not to cut you off, but there's always been like over time that the stoner vibes in general, just from artists, like always smoking songs from the 90s to even now. But I feel like Wiz Khalifa kind of made it for that area. He was like the one, like that Snoop, yeah, him and Currency were like,
it was like
two,
the top
like,
one. I was always talking about smoking and just that stoner music life. But
Yeah.
it was just real chill, and he had a diverse like songs on there. It wasn't just all about smoking and stuff.
That's fact.
So, but this is one of my top. Caleb, how you put this number 4 though? Like, what made you put that on there?
I'm not obviously not a fucking pothead or nothing like that.
So,
hey, you had your fair. You had your fair share though. You had your fair share.
Hey man, my mom's watching, bro. Nah, yeah, man.
You're a full ass adult now. Like,
you don't give a fuck about what I'm doing, bro. I did a couple weeks ago, man. It was like the first time in like maybe a year or so.
sheesh.
It's been a minute. I went to bed though, man. Shit.
the Stone Wife.
Yeah.
My head knocked out, but yeah, man. It was just a dope project, smooth production. That is like, I still be bumping this in my car. I wish it wasn't the Never Been remix on Spotify, because how they uploaded it on there and they got a whole cover art and everything. Yeah, they changed the Never Been instrumental. I didn't like that. I mean, it's still cool, but I like the original, obviously.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, man, I like the original. Even the music videos were cool for this project. So it's I guess you could say it's a classic tape, especially this for how he came up. He is big on the internet and shit. So I fucked with this tape growing up. So even though I'm not pothead like that, but it's just smooth,
Yeah, you don't gotta be a stoner to steal it.
Yeah, you don't gotta be a stoner to like it. I mean, I mean, it was big. The anniversary just came like 2 days ago. It was blowing up on Twitter. Like,
it was blowing up.
It was blowing up. He was like, man, this is my classic.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite tapes way back. That Piff, live mixtapes, all that.
That's one thing about when we do the anniversary days. Like it's always cool to see like what's gonna be Like
The
that
next
album,
blow
like what's
up.
gonna be the one to
Yeah.
blow up? You know what I mean? And of course, like this, Cushion Orange Juice. It blew up more than Kendrick Lamar. Damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you would have thought?
Same
like,
day.
Same day.
Yeah, same day.
And
So.
if you think of Kush and you think of orange juice, man, you're thinking of this shit right here.
Oh, facts. I do got a side question though. Do you guys like your orange juice with pulp or pulp free?
I like both, man. I'm not picky.
I'm the same way. I could do both.
Yeah, I could do both.
When I was a kid, I used to hate pulp, but when I got older, I was like, oh, this ain't bad. It's just that kid shit. You don't want crust on your bread, but then you grow up.
You
you're
like,
like,
backwash and shit.
Yeah, I don't want
Yeah,
the real
right.
oranges, the real taste.
Like I want that like crazy Tampico type like weird shit.
You got that sugar, hella
Like,
sugar
no
shit.
orange. It's not even orange. It's like, what is this? Like, it's just sugar. It's
The
some
hella
random
sugar,
stuff.
motherfucker.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
I ain't
right.
gotta. Yeah, I don't really judge like anything about the orange juice. Like I just do it my way.
I
Like,
fuck with OJ, bro.
Yeah, I've had orange juice in a minute, but like
orange juice is essential. We get that vitamin C. You know what I'm
I'm dead.
saying?
For me though, personally, I'd rather just eat an orange than orange juice. I don't drink orange juice like that, but it's good. But like I'm not like tripping. I don't
Yeah, I'd
mind
rather
orange
just
juice.
do it orange, just natural.
Yeah, just give me some oranges. I'll take that. But yeah, that shit had nothing to do with it. But
Fuck, I was gonna say something too. Fuck.
Oh, what you gonna add something to it?
I forgot. Yeah, you can keep it rolling, man.
All right. So my number 4, we got HBK Gang Forever. You know what I'm saying?
The Bay
A lot of people I
Area.
know, especially since we started this podcast, like I know that's the other side. I feel like a lot of people, like as far as when I talk about hip hop, things like that, I feel like a lot of people might not know this side of me that listens to,
Bay Area.
the Bay Area music, because that's a big part of my life. Most of my family is from the Bay Area. As a kid, even starting into adult life, I was there damn near almost every summer, every winter. You know what I mean? So that was basically like half the year I spent, or not half the year, but a good portion of time every single year I was in the Bay. So that's how I had my knowledge of just Bay Area music and slang. Like even in middle school, bro, I was saying shit that nobody said, but I used to say used to steal my shit. So not steal mine, but like I was just not even using. I was just saying that because I was in the Bay Area, like hella and all these words in different slang. Just listen to E40 and Tusha and all that stuff. And then you're a kid in middle school. You go back to San Diego, they don't know that shit. We get all of our stuff late, anyways. So especially being in the middle of LA and then you got Bay, it's like we're just kind of there. But with this, I know probably the only people I know, Caleb was definitely one of those people who were on this.
Heavy at that time.
Yeah, no, Keb, I wish that shit shocked me.
He was on that.
Keb was on this early.
Like
yeah,
that?
he was on this.
It's okay.
And I was that's what I'm saying. People gotta hear it. Keb knew his shit, but like,
man.
so
I'm not the typical Chad, bro.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Keb was a hip hop, like he's one, like even since middle school, like Keb's one of the only other people that I knew, like for sure, like knew about like hip hop like that, like early. And this is one of those tapes where I remember coming back. Of course, I was already on Problem, I Am Sue, Cool John, etc. Because I was listening to the Cool John Schmop Life, like Schmop Life Peace and or whatever. But that's one of my favorite mixtapes from Cool John. But when this one dropped, I remember with all the homies and stuff, like a whole circle, I showed everyone this. And bro, they literally like everyone after that, bro, just listened to it. They showed their friends, you know what I mean? Like you go to parties, this would be playing. And in my head, I'm like, I'm the one that put y'all on this, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Like it's just funny though to think that like you and that's kind of a portion that made me love hip hop, is like an aspect of hip hop where you could show someone something or show a group of friends something and then see how much they love it, you know what I mean, or how much they enjoy it because they never heard it before. Like, oh, what is this? Pitting them on Bay Area music, you know what I mean? It was just dope to see that at that time because it was a big thing. Like Darnell, when we put this music on, like parties, all you heard was, you know what I mean, like either Dom, HBK Gang, Problem, etc. Saves the Gemini, like
I Am Sue and all that.
Just it was just good times. You go to a party, bro. That's what I'm saying. House party or hotel party, whatever. You turn this out.
Turn this on. Everybody vibing with it. They got their little drink on. They like chilling.
Bro, oh my god, smoking, get a little crossed up, man. You
get crossed.
And then what's the song? What's the I think it's the outro. I don't know why I can't think of these names of the songs, bro.
I just know
Never Gonna Broke.
Never Gonna Broke.
Never Gonna Broke. That was one of the ones where it's like you really like it's just you with your homies. Like you're like, bro, like this, like everyone got their squad. You know what I mean? You put that song on, bro. It's just a good time. So yeah, this is one of those albums that I'm sure Caleb could relate to. You could relate. You play this anytime. It's going, even to this day, like it aged pretty well. Like it brings you back. Like every time I listen to it, it brings me back to that time, Yeah,
man,
so
like junior year of high school or whatever. Yeah, I think it was junior year.
Well, shoot, Bayer be making like just some powerful like party music though, like
that hyphy, that whole hyphy,
hyphy thing, that whole movement. It just never died, never get old.
It never gets old, bro.
It's always gonna be the vibe. So
yeah, and so many people like to try to steal from that and claim it or whatever. It's like that, when it's Bay Area, like that's
Bay Area.
That's
they got their own sound right there.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a sound that just ain't gonna be ever broken by anybody that's trying to steal from that.
Facts. But yeah, we're going to number 3.
Man.
We got Darneezy, Nipsey Hussle, The Marathon.
Ooh, Marathon.
Classic.
Well, it's a classic, man. The Marathon, like, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. One of the greatest, MCs come out of LA.
I think I just bought this. I just bought it. So it should be
coming
in the
CD?
middle anytime. Yeah, it should be coming in the middle anytime.
You got the CD, yeah.
You bought me one too, right?
Like this man buzzing.
He said, I don't know about that one. Then we all about to get one then besides him, because I know I got mine on the Marathon clothing website that he had just after he passed. I just wanted that CD too. Like it's cool to have that on a mixtape CD, but see now I got a newer car.
This man don't take CDs.
I know my newer car don't even take CDs no more. Ain't that something?
So damn, that's
the bummer part,
shit, right?
Damn, that sucks, bro. Is there like a way to like get that shit like put in? Like you can't get that shit put in. Like you can't do that these days.
I got
it's not like the old car.
I got a new dash thing. Like
I don't know.
Hey, you know what you might have to do? You might need to get like you might have to just be on some ghetto shit and get like a speaker that plays CDs. And spit in the back.
Get a boombox or something, man.
Yeah, like get a boombox. That shit would be hilarious.
The Marathon, shoot, I got introduced at that. That was I think it was like Benny or something. He was introducing me with that.
Oh yeah, he was on
the Marathon. He was like with Nipsey. Like that was like the main person back there that was always talking to the lady, like just getting it. It was just him grinding too. Like anybody know Nipsey was grinding, like him. Like mixtape.
He was definitely one of the most vocal about Nipsey Hussle. I had Nipsey Hussle on my iPod though. I just want to put that out there. He
said I had that way before. Yo, he had it on the Nano. I didn't have that on the Nano.
Bro, look at this. What y'all remember?
Got it ages.
Hey, I just iPod, man. This man came prepared.
I came prepared, bro. Look,
he said he was gonna bring it on the next episode.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, the next episode. So what I'm gonna do? I just bought a charger for it because obviously I don't have no fucking one of them giant, chargers. I don't have
chargers no more. It's Instinct.
I just bought one, so I'm gonna hopefully, bro, it charges and it still works because I'm gonna go through it. Like, I'll go through it a little bit and show people what I had on it.
Like, I hope it don't, man, because I want to steal it from you.
Nah, bro, this is like nostalgia, bro. This is like I used to carry this around in 6th grade.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, right. People probably looking at this right now. Some kid probably watching this like, bro, 8 gigabytes. This is when 8 gigabytes, bro. And people thought 8 gigabytes was like, damn, I could put 1,000 songs on here. No, that's hilarious, bro.
And the little iPod shuffles, they're like a square and shit. Like
the little square one.
What the fuck? Tell me
you can't even see them.
My brother used to have the the iPod Classic, the one that was a little fatter, like it was like wide but a little fat.
Yeah. That's
a classic, man. Good times.
Yeah, the marathon though, like shoot, the records on there was like really essential to this day. Like it still be like played, years to come. You got like Keys to the City. I was like a big song.
Just that term, the term alone, the marathon. Like you just think of Nipsey, man.
Yeah, you just think of Nipsey because
I don't even think about real marathons anymore.
Yeah, you ain't thinking about like, oh, it's a marathon, like you gotta run a lap, like it's like he was just saying, like the industry, like it's a marathon, like you take a slow pace, like you ain't gotta go real fast with it, promote your music out there.
Rush the process, man.
That's life.
Yeah, you ain't gotta rush it, so just taking it slow and easy. We got all the grinding records on there, like A Million, Cooking Soul on the beat, Young, Rich, and Famous, like but
hey, Call from the Bank.
Call from the Bank.
MGMT.
Late night, early mornings.
Dope sample.
And Blue Laces, though. How we forgetting Blue Laces, bro? That's
too.
The one, bro. That's the one, man. Blue Laces.
That's the one. But that's what like made me love like mixtapes with that. Like just from his sound too. Like nobody had a better sound than him, and like just portraying his story too, of how like what was going on, him grinding up just from shopping center to shopping center, selling his own clothes and merch, and getting his own store too at the time. It was just really big around that time, so it made me love like the mixtapes. Like I mean, anybody could say they put this as one of their best mixtapes ever from Nipsey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just he essential to LA, and it's just like he's relatable to a lot of people around that scene, just around that life, and just that he's always pushing that marathon. It's always pushing marathon. It's always going to continue. And then later on in life, then he had that victory lap. So, but nobody can knock on Nipsey Hussle, man. It's like one of my best mixtapes, and I just had to put it on my top.
Yeah,
it's just so relatable. It's like West Coast music. You can't get enough of that. Can't really hate on it. So, I know a lot of people should check that out if you haven't, especially. And you got to rest in peace, Nipsey, man. One of the biggest MCs out there.
That's a fact. Well, speaking of Nipsey,
kind of happy.
Got Keb's number 3.
Oh wow!
I kind of happy
with the marathon continue.
Kind of happy with this one, man. I was thinking about the marathon, but I rolled TMC.
Oh, worked out perfectly.
That's kind of happy it worked out that way. Obviously, TMC is a big tape by Nipsey as well. Like, if you're a Nipsey fan, you fuck with this, man. This is
Rose Clico. Come on,
right? I mean, even Road to Riches. You start the tape off of Road to Riches. I was like, a dope start track, and then you have the second track that you had Steve Jobs on there, and a little Steve Jobs at the end. But fuck, who was the sample for that? I know him and Game sampled a track with that one with Who Detached Us. The Game had a sample as well on the Red album, but this is a dope project. You can
tripping.
What? I know you haven't been.
I just realized that.
Man, all you gotta do when I'm on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you switch it.
Yeah,
I got to switch it. I got my face all big, man. But yeah, man, it's a dope project. This if you're gonna listen to the Marathon, you're gonna listen to the Marathon Continues. Has dope features as well. You had YG on there, Dom Kennedy, and a couple others. But it's just a dope project front to back. That you can easily say you can listen to that from front to back and not have to skip. To me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I realize it.
What made you choose the Marathon over TMC though, Darnell? Just curious.
Just kind of like this. That was the start of me like knowing Nipsey Hussle well enough.
Same.
That's just kind of like the birth of like how I really fell in love with his music.
It's gonna take the lead over.
Yeah, just take the lead over. That's what the start of it. I mean, that's what it all came about. With the Marathon. He was pushing that, and it just made me like appreciate it, and I stepped my head forward for that. So I love about his mixtape.
Yeah, man.
I actually had the Marathon on my honorable mention, but I switched it. I'll explain why though when I get to it. But I do want to just put that out there that I did have it.
I see your honorable mentions on my screen too.
Yeah. There's a reason why. And Keb wasn't there, but I explained. I'll just say now. I explained it on the first video when me and Darnell did the albums. It's the topic. 5 albums that made me love hip hop. The Marathon's one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. I kind of explained it how I said Only Built for Cuban Links is one of my favorite albums of all time, like one of my top 5 albums. But it's not one of the albums that made me love hip hop. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the impact, it didn't impact me in a way where it's just a different topic. So that's what the Marathon was for me. That's why I took it off, because I was like, there's another. Then I seen another one. I was like, let me change that up. Yeah,
we don't change it up real quick.
Yeah, but yeah, this one, both classics. Both these are classics.
Yeah, Marathon. Yeah, the first one didn't have a lot of features than it did on the Marathon Continues. I noticed, but
and then solid project all around.
Facts. So we're going to my number 3. Keeping it on the West Coast.
Okay.
Ab-Soul, Long Term. It's the first time. This was like, when did this drop? 2009, 2010.
11?
Oh yeah, thanks for switching me. Yeah, bro. And this is actually the first time I ever heard Ab-Soul, but this is his first tape. And this was my introduction into TDE. Ab-Soul was the first one I heard. I never heard Kendrick. I never heard of J-Rock until I heard Ab-Soul. So I remember just searching up, back when we just left for music, I seen this and I was like, oh, Ab-Soul, like what? It looked cool. Like when I seen the cover, I was like, oh, that looks pretty dope. What is this? And I click on it. That I'm just listening to. I'm like, bro, this man's rapping. You know what I mean? I was like, this man's rapping. Like, and he's from the West Coast. You know what I mean? From LA. And that was my introduction to Ab-Soul, which ended up later becoming one of my favorite, like one of my favorite artists just ever. Like he's like one of my he's my favorite out of TDE. He's one of my favorite rappers just in general. Like anyone asked me, like, you guys know, in high school I've been like Ab-Soul was like that.
Yeah, Ab-Soul. Yeah, that was like the main.
Yeah, no one can tell me nothing.
Talking about.
Yeah, no one can tell me
nothing.
Nothing.
Real quick.
Yeah, facts. No one can tell me nothing about Ab-Soul. I used to argue people about that shit. But yeah, this one it was on YouTube. It was he has a song called Day in the Life, and that was the first time. That was like when I seen that. That's actually how I found him. It was the Day in the Life. It was the music video, and then that's when I listened to Long Term after, because that's how I remember listening to the song Day in the Life, and I was like, who was that? Kendrick's in the video too. So that was my introduction technically to both of them. Yeah, but honestly, like, it's dope because at that point, then he ended up dropping Long Term 2, then Control System, Long Term Mentality, and then Control System. It just kept on going. And I was like, bro, this man is like going crazy. And then when you get introduced to TDE in general, you start going back. Now let me listen to Kendrick's what he had before. You know what I mean? Obviously before Section 80. So what was that? What's the one with Ignorance is Bliss?
Overly dedicated. Yeah. And then he also had one before. I think it was the Kendrick Lamar EP. Yeah. And then also going to J-Rock. You know what I mean? Going to J-Rock, which was what? Not Black. Was it Black Friday or what was
Black Friday?
Might have been Black Friday. Yeah. And then going up to Schoolboy Q. So that was kind of like my introduction to that next wave of the next like big group. You know what I mean? Starting with Ab-Soul. So that's, it's cool. I like how we're doing this because it kind of shares the story too. Like, kind of lets people know, like, like how we got introduced to some of these artists. You know what I mean? So that was my introduction to TDE just in general, bro. So that's pretty great. I don't think a lot. I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people even know that. So that's just crazy. But yeah, we're going to number 2.
Which one? That's probably me. Number 2.
We got Joey Badass.
1999. They call it a classic. They call it a classic or not. I don't know. Mixtape. Mixtape day. This is when I first got introduced to Joey Badass too. Didn't really know him that well. He was like 17, I believe, when he dropped this.
Yeah,
real young. Yeah, so this was like 2012 when he dropped this. And it, I switched it up now. This is kind of like East Coast hip hop, with
we
jazz.
just went from West.
Yeah, we went from West, so now kind of dropping a little East Coast thing, Now the production on this is fire, Yeah, Shay Dilla on here, MF Doom, Chuck Stranger. That's one of his like big producers.
Yeah,
they love working together. But yeah, he put a lot of like heart and pain into the music he was portraying on this, like Hard Knock.
Yeah, Waves.
Yeah, the Waves, man. Waves.
Classic.
Hard Knock. Them Summer Nights.
Survival
I love
Tactic.
the intro. Yeah. Survival Tech. Capital C's. But yeah, it was a lot of like, relatable tracks, man. Oh, you got Status Selected too.
Yeah,
producer on that.
Definitely
Status
classic,
Selected on production though, but you can't really hate and not shine on this mixtape because it's just something like him, struggling on his music, trying to get his music up, trying to get big, struggling, moms in New York, all that stuff. So I know it was just like big, and he was putting a lot of pain in his music, and especially in the music videos, you can see it. You can see how it was going through and everything, and just how he was portraying. He had like a lot of samples too on here. That was really dope. Joey Badass was like one of them ones though, like 1999. I don't know, like people, and like he had other mixtapes that were better than this too. And that's just kind of how I fell in love with his mixtape, just by his kind of persona on the storytelling he was portraying on his mixtape on this one.
Yeah, that's a fact. Especially at and what makes it relatable too is that like at that age, just like someone that's like
young cat,
like, So I feel you. This is definitely a classic. Like that's like all of our introduction into like pro era. You know what I mean?
The pro era scene. Yeah, the pro era means with CJ Fly. You had
rest in peace, Capital Steez, of course.
Capital Steez.
And for 10 years, man.
Desi Hines, Nick Caution.
Nick Caution.
All of them guys. Kirk Knight.
Kirk Knight. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Sanchez, all them guys. Yeah, so Chuck Strangers, of course. That's my guy.
Chuck Strangers.
But Keb, can I just go next then?
Yeah, man. It goes along with the.
Makes sense.
I recommend that.
I
didn't recommend that.
So mine is actually.
Ooh, that's fire.
Yeah, so it works out. Yeah.
Man,
so, bro,
no skips, man.
That's what I'm saying. No skips.
School high.
Yeah, I went. You went to high school. I went to school high. Come on, bro. Hey, this is just such a classic, bro. Like, and think about this too, because like you were saying, like even like 1999, of course, that was the introduction, and then Capital Steez had American Corruption a little later, and then when this dropped, this was around Christmas time, around Christmas Eve time.
Yeah.
And I remember I was
showing my time when Steez passed too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm building up to that. So
yeah.
I would remember I was chilling during Christmas break, and I told my brother, I was like, "Hey, you got to hear these guys." You know what I mean? Because my brother's a hip hop head. He put me on a lot of stuff, but with some of the new stuff, he didn't really know about at that time.
Right.
So I remember I put him on that Black Hippie mixtape. I was showing him around that time, and then like this dropped, and then I was like, "Hey." I was so excited when that shit dropped because this is back then when we used to like every day look for new music. Like
you going on that piff, you going on hip hop, you going on
hip hop, like everything, bro.
When there's actually music dropping like almost like every day compared to now, it's like everyone's just dropping on Friday,
Yeah, right. Yeah, like you said, it was every day, but it wasn't even just every day. It was like hip hop. Like it was like and then it was these new guys. Like that was like such a like. I feel like that's like a resurrection of like golden age at that point with these mixtapes coming out and all these hip hop artists, all these guys with different styles, but they're all lyricists, like they're all fire. You know what I mean? And I just remember when this dropped, I was so excited, bro. Like Christmas, it was basically like an early Christmas present. You know what I mean? And I was like, bro, Me and my brother sat down. I was like, bro, you gotta listen to that. Plugged it into the little speakers. We were listening. And he's like, oh shit, what is this? You know what I mean? Oh.
There right now.
I've been on Darnell the whole time. He's probably just looking like, what the
He said,
yeah, that private chat came in clutch, bro. Because I clicked on it, I was like, "Who?" I was like, "Babe, we're not even live. Who is?"
Hey, hold up. This is his mixtape right here.
Yeah. Now you got me slipping for a second. Now, but
that Darnell was still talking.
yeah, right. It looked like Darnell was probably still talking. People were like, "Oh, Darnell picked 2." Yeah, bro. So I remember listening to it, and he's just like, "Damn, like, this is fire." You know what I mean? Like, and especially at the time. Like a group of guys like who are lyricists like that. You only had like at that time with Odd Future, but they were kind of on a different wave. Like they were lyricists, but they were on a different wave. You know, a lot of crazy shit that they used to say. Then you had Pro Era. You know, you had ASAP Mob, you had Black Hippie. Like you had all of these kind of groups coming out. You know what I mean? Flatbush Zombies, Underachievers, et cetera. You know what I mean? So you had a lot of you had a lot of dope groups around that time. You know what I mean? Coming out also. So. You know, when Pro Era gathered, I would say assembled everyone, you know what I mean? That had everyone on here. A La Soul, yeah, that's another one. Tina, what's the name? Tina Apex, I think, but I forgot. We were listening to it, and then he's like, "Damn, bro!" So of course he saves it. You know what I mean? We ran it back a couple of times, bro, and then, like literally a couple of days later, bro, I see Capital Steez. You know what I mean? When he committed suicide, there's literally a couple days, like right after this drop, a couple days later, like Christmas Eve, like you said.
I think it's the 21st when this dropped, and then it was Christmas Eve.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the timeline, bro. And that's just crazy because like you went from being like, you know, and then American Corruption, I want to say, came out around summertime in 2012 before this. So it's like, you're just seeing the progression of all of them. You know, Joey Badass and Capital Steez especially, and getting bigger. And then this drops. And then next thing you know, I'm like, damn. And then I just put my brother on, so I just told my brother about it, and he's just like, bro, what? Like, because he was just looking up these guys too, you know. So
I get the news that this guy passed away,
and I was sad because he was actually my favorite one. Like him and Desi Hines were like, and CJ Fly. Those were like, of course, Joey Badass, but those were like, that's my top, especially Capital Steez. Like, Capital Steez was like, to me, that was like the top. I mean, he was the leader. Anyway, he was the leader too. A lot of people think it's Joey Badass, but Capital Steez was actually like the guy.
Yeah, he was kind of like the main one. Really.
Yeah, he was the main one. So when that happened, it was like, even just thinking about it now, I'm like, it just sucks because he was one of my favorite rappers at that time. I still listen to him to this day. I'll still just go back to his old stuff, but it's like, and then they're holding his shit hostage too. I'm like, bro, they were supposed to drop King Capital like years ago. All his like unreleased music.
Yeah,
we ain't ever gonna. I don't know if
we're never gonna get it.
We ain't gonna understand, man.
Yeah, but
just try to search it on YouTube or something. I don't know.
Try to find a leak.
Try to find a leak or somewhere.
Yeah, this is one of those mixtapes where it's like you had to have been there. You know what I mean? Because of that timeline, it just hits differently. You know. And then Capital Steez committed suicide like a few days later. That it's like, damn, like that shit's crazy, you know. So this one of those mixtapes that I put it as number 2 because it's like, it's one of those mixtapes that got a special place for me because like I'll always be like, just because of that story, you know what I mean, that storyline, and like it just builds up, you know. And even to this day, it aged well. The beats, the lyrics, everyone just spazzing at this time.
Yeah,
this is when they were hungry, you know what I mean? Like they were all trying to put their names on, so like everyone was hungry. You could feel the competitive nature in each verse. Like you see 4 guys on a track, everyone trying to.
They trying to like competition,
you know, it's like competitive.
You
know, everyone wants to shine on that verse, so it made everyone step their game up. So yeah, this is definitely one of those ones.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
I remember Steez, that. Man. Yeah, rest in peace to him. This is a project I would play all the time too. Like those skips, man.
Bro. No skips.
Yeah, no skips. I think I vibe to this all the time. Yeah.
Damn, my thing is like just blurring up. But bro, we used to like listen to this, just smoke, all that good stuff back in the days, man. Like, yeah, super dope, man.
Peeping. We're not talking about the Easter bunnies.
Oh yeah, no, hey, happy Easter, happy Easter.
Happy Easter, but we ain't eating no peeps.
And no peeps.
That shit too.
But we got Keb's number.
How do y'all always remember to put my face on the big screen, man?
Yeah, I always remember Keb.
That was like my face, man.
Keb got the face only a mother could love.
I'm adorable, I know, right? This man didn't even capitalize the F.
I know I'm about to do it right now. I was rushing.
You messed up on Fab. Come on, man.
Capitalize the F, man. Yeah, I rolled with Soul Tape 3. There's 3 of them. I had a hard time choosing which one I'd wanted to pick for it. I can easily say one. I can say one, as in like, you know, I could have chose that route, but I decided to go 3 because I just went with what I liked the most out of them. I feel like that one definitely don't gotta skip. That's just my opinion. Like, you can ride through that whole project without skipping one track. You know, having that Drake sample on the opening track with well, he labeled it everything was the same. Like, it just started off the project dope. So yeah, if y'all didn't hear these full tapes, man, check out all of them. I say go in order 1, 2, 3, obviously. But it was a good project, man. Yeah, you know, he had Jeezy on there. He had Meek Mill on there. You know, a couple other features. Good tracks. Now we were talking about putting projects on damn streaming platforms. We want this, Fab. So stop doing what you're doing and work on clearing them samples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop doing what you're doing. Clear those.
Yeah, stop what you're doing. Stop dropping more projects. Try to put the old ones on the clearance.
Hey, we're gonna send that to him. Fabulous. If you're watching,
we want these projects, man.
Facts. So
you easily say all 3, man. Like, you most of the time, when you have like sequels, I guess you could say, or extended versions of a project or a movie or whatever. Usually, it's not as good as the first, but I feel like I felt like it was gradually getting better from 1 to 2 to 3. Like, I felt like the projects were gradually getting better, in my opinion.
You might be right with that, to be honest, though.
I thought that's just my opinion on it, but it's kind of sad. I know 3. Like, I guess that's like the right time to stop the series. I mean, when you get to like 4 and 5, I guess you could say that's more excessive. But like, yeah, I like these better than the summertime shootouts. So that's just my
100%. I agree with you on that.
That's just
yes,
for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too.
I'll do projects, but I like this one better than those. Man, why are they always hitting me up when I'm talking? What's it called? So yeah, get these on streaming platforms. Do a project, smooth joints, good samples on there. Highly recommend. If you haven't heard, then shame on you. You should have heard by now.
Yeah, rapping on there crazy.
Yeah, man, dope projects.
Just on the samples.
Usually you get new fat projects during the Thanksgiving Christmas time too. So hopefully we get one this year.
Yeah, that they always talking about new topics during that time.
You be dropping on Christmas and shit. And I think this one came out on like Christmas too.
Yeah, he's trying to show off his new fit.
No, that's true though. I think I was always thinking about Fab. I always look forward to Christmas too because I know the music will always be dropping around that time. Always drop, like his mixtapes around that, like the soul tapes, summertime. She got some of those, but can't get enough free mixtapes from Fab though. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
looking to get more soon to come.
Yeah, give us some more free music, bro. Give us some more free music, bro. Nah,
yeah, you know, he got some good mixtapes in his catalog. So yeah, go check this out. Go check all of them out.
All facts. Well, I guess we'll just go to mine. So, so we're going on to honorable mentions. You know, mine, like I said, I had the marathon, but I switched it for Lil Wayne, No Ceilings. The reason I picked, I don't know, people are like, Lil Wayne, you put Lil Wayne on here?
I think about
like, once again, I gotta say, like, I only have a problem with Lil Wayne. Like, it's usually like as it got older. Mixtape Weezy, on the other hand, that's a different story. So, No Ceilings, especially at the time, bro. Like, I just remember being in the Bay Area when I first heard this, because me and a couple of my cousins, like, we used to go for the what's the new music, you know what I mean? So. And I remember hearing the single song, and then Throw It in the Bag, and then the Death of Auto-Tune remix, you know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, this man Lil Wayne just killing everyone. Like, why he just killing people on his like on their own beats like that? Like, that's just like disrespectful.
Why this man gotta do that?
Yeah, Swag Surf, like, you know what I mean? Like, he had
Swag Surf, man.
Yeah, he was just going in on all these tracks at that time, and then that was like, at the time, like, especially, and that's when Lil Wayne, that's a big, you know, that's a big name at that point, you know what I mean? And like that was kind of like at that time too, when I remember I was listening to a lot of Lil Wayne too, you know what I mean, from albums to old mixtapes, you know what I mean, the Drought, and I was just kind of going back and listening to a lot of old Lil Wayne, because obviously growing up as a kid I heard a lot of Lil Wayne just from cousins playing his albums and things like that. So I always grew up, TV. I always, but then like actually when you actually go discover it for yourself and go back to things that you haven't heard, like mixtapes and stuff like that, because you're not hearing the mixtape music.
Yeah, you're not hearing that on the radio or the TV like that.
Yeah, you're not hearing that. So when you do your own research and go back, like when I first heard No Ceilings, bro, it was one of those especially because when that dropped, like 2009,
I think.
2009, yeah. So at that point, we already knew who Lil Wayne was. Like he was already like one of the, like, if not the biggest artist, you know what I mean, at that moment.
Yeah, he had a hot run at that time.
Yeah, at that run, because what Carter dropped in Carter 3 dropped in 08.
Mm-hmm.
So he at this point, and then you get another classic mixtape right after that. It's like, it's just like, damn, like when is this guy gonna stop? You know, to this day he's still not stopping, but
he's still not stopping.
Even though I slow down a little bit, like I'm not gonna like do what you gotta do, but it's like sometimes I'm like, all right, bro, like sometimes it's a little too much, you know. But at the end of the day, you're a rapper, like that's your job, go rap, like, you know what I mean?
He's been killing features lately, I say.
Yeah, he's been his 2021 run with features, bro, to me is like, a lot of people might disagree, but I think he was the king of features of that year. Lil Baby to me is a close second. Lil Wayne to me was the top dog, because like I said, like I usually critique a lot of the artists who are like I actually like rock with, like the most. Like Lil Wayne is one of those guys who I critique, but it's a specific critique. But he's one of the greatest ever. Like he's a legend. But there's certain times where I'm just like, all right, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't have to put that out, you know. But luckily you got shit like this. So I'm like, all right, like rock albums and shit like that. I'm like, all right, bro. You didn't have to do all that. But it is what it is, you know. But yeah, Lil Wayne, No Ceilings, bro. That's a classic. You know, we named off a few songs, so go check that out if you haven't already, especially if you're one of those Lil Wayne fans who haven't listened to his early music, or you're like, man, what's the hype about? It's that mixtape Wheezy, man. Like a lot of people, even when
even
Jay-Z said on Death of Autotune, he might have to send it to the mixtape Wheezy. There's a reason why someone like Jay-Z would say that. You know what I mean? Because that mixtape Wheezy, that
he knew he was gonna body. He knew he was gonna
yeah,
body.
Like he was. I feel like he was in a different bag when it came to mixtapes than it came to albums, in my opinion. So, because I feel like you're more free to do what you want to do on mixtapes, since you can rap to whatever you want, you know.
There's no limit, there's no line.
Like you could just go rap, like you know, you could just
go flow,
like,
flow how you
just go crazy. Yeah. Then other two, I kind of broke a rule. I couldn't decide which one I want to pick, so I picked the Underachievers, Indigoism, and then Danny Brown, XXX. And I forgot to capitalize the B. But
shame on you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
We like grammar over here, man.
Yeah, but the reason I had to put these two both together, and then another one I was thinking about was Action Bronson, Real Chandeliers, but I kind of had to figure out, okay, which one out of these like do I want to put out?
All these mixtapes.
Yeah, so the Underachievers, I know Darneezy. I remember clearly going up to you, bro. You gotta listen to this shit. Like, remember,
I listened to it. Yeah, I remember that. He was like,
I was like, bro, you gotta listen to these guys, bro. Like,
like, that's why I was listening to it around with Christian. And,
yeah, because like I remember, this was another thing, kind of like the HBK gang one. Underachievers was one of those a duo, you know what I mean? Same part of Beast Coast with Pro Era, Flatbush, etc. You know, when I found this album at the time, or this mixtape, I went to everyone literally that day, like at school. I was like, or like the next day at school, I was like, everyone got to listen to this shit. It was another situation where I was like, everyone got to hear this, and then I had to put everyone on. I was like, bro, you gotta listen to this. I went up to Darneezy, I went to Kel, like I went to everyone. You gotta listen to these guys.
You was at school?
Sure enough, it's one of those. Yeah, just this.
I saw you after lunch, man.
Oh, dude, this man, wow.
Free lunch, bro. This man came for free. He's like, ooh, I got free lunch in a couple minutes.
Hey, you gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no food at the house. Hold on, let me go to school quick. Let me get some. Nah.
One of them cheesy marinara sticks like Darnell.
Oh yeah, I'm dead. Nasty ass. We had to force that food down, bro. But and then Danny Brown XXX, bro. That was one of those. It's another thing of the aspect of hip hop where I'm like, style, like no one's like this.
Different type of style.
It's just different. Like at that time, I'm like, damn, like who is this guy? You know what I mean? Oh, this is Danny Brown. That's my first time hearing Danny Brown. Yeah. I'm like, who is this dude? So, and then his style of music was just so creative and different. The beats that he chose, his voice, how he just. Because his regular voice, he has beats where he's just rapping normal in his regular voice, but then when he hits the high pitch, it's an acquired sound. Like a lot of people don't really like Danny Brown at first because they're like, what is this? Like,
the way he sounds.
Yeah, the way he sounded. So the more you look, like you had to like for me, I off the damn, my thing is like it's too clear to the point where it's fuzzing up. But yeah, like Danny Brown's one of those guys. Like he's one of my favorite artists just in general. I don't think he even has a bad project. That's just my opinion. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions, and we will go back to Keb. Speak on yours.
Man, oh man, why is it always
cheesy? No, he got Cole on one of those. Okay, Cole world.
Yeah, man, I put J. Cole on there for Darnell. Shout out Darnell real quick.
And make sure you say him.
This man Darnell's big on J. Cole. I'll start with J. Cole to warm up first. It was a good project, especially that's like his first like major like tape. That was like 2009. Like that, and this is like before he was mainstream it was Workout. That was like his like track that got him on the radio spins and all that. But you listen to Mixtape Cole before the mainstream, like it was the warm up. It was Friday Night Lights. Like I wanted to choose between this one or Friday Night Lights, but I fucked with the warm up more in my opinion. I just liked it more. I had a bunch of good tracks from like Lights Please and Dead Presidents 2 and Grown Simba.
Tracks.
Yeah, had a lot of good tracks on there, and then it was kind of like if you're listening to mixtapes and you listen to the underground, the music at the time when you weren't listening to say the mainstream radio, you go check out J. Cole, and I remember I was listening to this tape, and the next thing you know, it was probably 2010. Yeah, 2010. I'm watching MTV Jams, and I see that Who That's the jam of the week. I'm like, okay, I gotta put me on more game. Like I fucked with the Who Dat. I remember that motherfucker was like walking down the street and shit, and like
fire and a band in the background.
And the band comes out and like
Who Dat?
Yeah, who that? Yeah, I said that similar story. With the albums I did.
I was like, okay, like Cole's gonna be something. And then he was also on Jay-Z's album with A Star Is Born.
We
put
were
J. Cole on there
that
before J. Cole's even a name. So putting on for artists like J. Cole. Of course, there's always the behind the scenes stuff he is trying to get, with Jay-Z's camp and all that. But man, he even got a feature on a Jay-Z album. So, and he was even a known person. So that's how your potential is there, and you're gonna be put on a Jay-Z album before everyone else even knows who the hell you are. It's gonna blow up soon. Which, speaking of blow up, that was a dope track by J. Cole as well.
I'm dead.
Yep.
This man.
Dope. That was a good track too.
And that transition game crazy.
But it just comes, man. I didn't even think of that track until I said it. But around that time, like the average J. Cole fan wouldn't even know those tracks. So what's it called?
You got a point, man.
And then he even did I can go back to random ass tracks when he did what's that track called that Diddy put out, and he put his own like freestyle to it. I can't think of the fucking name. I know Diddy he had a track back in like 2010 that was kind of big, and J. Cole did his own freestyle to it. I can't think of what it's called. But yeah,
the Cure now.
No, it's not. It's a big track, man. I can probably find it on fucking.
That he did a freestyle too. What? Do you know like the artist?
It's Diddy. I know it's Diddy.
I did do it. Diddy's.
I'm trying to find it. It was a big track at that time, like 2010. Coming Home. He did like his own freestyle.
No, I hate that song so much.
I did too, but I fucked with J. Cole's I fucked with J. Cole's version better than Diddy's, obviously. I just remember like this track slipping out at that time.
No.
If I don't listen to that track, I'm listening to J. Cole's freestyle over the original track. That's what I'm saying.
I hear you.
what's it called? Yeah, so just that era of J. Cole before, when he's coming up, I fucked with it. I think of Darnell every time I think of J. Cole. And
That's
then
man.
I threw in Jeezy. I shot Jeezy. I'm a Trapper Diet. Dope mixtape. Even the track with Bun B, Trapper Diet, which he had on his first album and on this mixtape, were good tracks. He also had the Do the Damn Thing, that was fabulous track, but he put that on this mixtape as well. This is all around good project. You listen to like the early 2000s hip hop, if you check this out, you get that kind of feel. Even did y'all mention the Art of Peer Pressure? Did one of y'all mention that when we were talking about Kendrick?
Oh no.
I thought one of y'all mentioned that track.
No,
yeah, that's on his debut album anyway. But that's a Jeezy sample on that track. So it goes to show the type of influence Jeezy was having back in the 2000s. And they got that on streaming platform, so that's cool. Check that out if you haven't. That was I think this came out like 2003, 2004. Could be wrong. I think it's around that time. But yeah, a dope project. If y'all haven't checked it out, I recommend you to check it out as well.
Frosted Snowman.
Couple dope freestyles on there too. It gives you that feel like this is a mixtape,
Yeah,
this is that mixtape feel, like especially when in early 2000s. So yeah, go check
that
that out.
That's the DJ Drama too.
Yeah, Gangsta Girls project.
Yeah,
you didn't put it on the brand, on the logo thing.
Yeah, you put Gangsta Grills.
Yeah, you forgot it.
You forgot it.
Ain't showing Jeezy love right now.
I'm dead.
No Jeezy love, no Cole.
Cole
love in there.
Oh yeah. Now honorable mentions don't get the pictures.
Yeah.
We didn't. I forgot we didn't do that.
Yeah, that's why it's not up there.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm forgetting already.
I'm like, I didn't do it on purpose. Like, that's what we agreed on. Yeah, we're going to Darneezy's honorable mentions. Name those mentions.
Yeah, I put Meek Mill, Dream Chasers, and I put Fab Solo Tape 2. I didn't put the third one, but I put 2. Meek Mill, Dream Chasers. I mean, shoot, man. That's how you know. I'm talking about mixtapes. I'm talking about Dream Chasers. Like,
isn't
intros be fire?
Isn't that Dat Piff like number one? Like,
I think so.
Or is that Dream Chasers 2?
One of them. I think 2 is like,
I think 2 is like the most viewed like ever.
Most viewed ever. Like, hit net, freaking closed. The internet was just blasting.
Wiz's project is kind of, I think, is up there too.
Yeah, it's like neck and neck. Like,
yeah,
it's like one of the best projects.
Yeah,
Dream Chaser. Yeah, it was a classic. I mean, that's that grinding. That's that Philly music.
Yeah,
with the DJ Drama. DJ Drama hosted the mixtape, but yeah, I mean, this when I started liking Meek Mill too. Around this time, MMG with Rick Ross and all them, and shoot, I mean, he had the top tracks on there. He had that I'm a Boss.
Yeah,
that was like a big rapper. Like, shoot.
Yeah, Dream Chasers 2, man. That's the first one on that 4 million, almost at 5 million downloads.
5 million, yeah.
Then Sorry for the Wait is second. Taylor Alderdice is third. Dedication 4 is fourth. Detroit is fifth. Rich Forever sixth.
How about Detroit is fifth?
Cabin Fever 2 seventh. I'm gonna just name the top 10. Fuck it. No Ceilings is eighth. Jadakiss's Consignment is ninth, and then Kishin OJ is 10th.
Let's go, Jadakiss.
Jadakiss is on there.
Top 10,
yeah, I'm actually surprised.
He's over Dedication 5, Acid Rap, Dream Chasers 3, Cabin Fever, Mac and Cheese 3, Friday Night Lights. Like, he's over a bunch of like bigger tapes,
Yeah, that's great.
Chasers in there, like, 1.9 million downloads on that Piff.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, shout out
to all the mixtapes on that Piff. I'm a boss.
Yeah, that shit was great.
Shout out Jadakiss real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then
we always find a way to use that. Bro. We always find a way.
Quick so I can put that.
Hey, when in doubt, Jadakiss it out. That's just hilarious.
Nah, man, you can't hate on Meek Mill's lane. He was like one of the biggest on the mixtapes. Waves. I was messing with it really heavy. I mean, shoot, Love Don't Live There No More. Like, that was a fire track. He had the freestyles on there. He was just free doing all his stuff. Like middle of the summer, that was like a good track too. I mess with that. You know, House Party. We gonna throw a house party. Party.
Yeah, that was another one. That
was another hit around that time too. But yeah, like nobody was stopping Meek Mill around that lane though. Like he had a Conscience project that was just flaming up, doing his own thing with that. And but Fabulous, the solo tape too though. Like now I mess with Fab. Like I like, you know, his flows and everything, and just kind of like Solo Tape 2 was just kind of like, it was like a no skip for me, just like you say, like Solo Tape 3. Like I like the Solo Tape series itself. You know, he had J. Cole in there too, you know, with Louis Vuitton. That was a big record. And then like
yeah, I'm saying all the Soul Tapes, man.
The Solo Tapes was good. I mean, he had Wale, you know, and he had Joe Budden, which was random, but I mean, I Want You Back. That was like one of my favorites. Yeah,
Joe Budden's a lyricist, bro.
Yeah,
Joe Budden, lyricist.
Yeah, he was going in on that. Yeah, Just Blaze on the first track, but yeah, like
Just Blaze.
Yeah, but like for the love record was cool. Like I like that. Like you doing it for the love.
Yeah, for love. And
yeah, just like, you know, Fabulous. Like he always had like just great music and great like rhyme schemes. He always talk about something that's like around the time that he's making it, like what's ever going on in the world. Like he always put that in like the mixtapes.
That's a fact. That's a true.
Yeah. Right. Like he would always put like just certain like themes like, and things in the rap goes.
Like what's it called? Some events.
Some events that something happened. Like he would, like even if like
I can't even think of. I don't know why I can't think of the term, but like, you know, like I don't know. Fuck it.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Uncle
like what's happening now in the in
what's
the world,
happening now in the world, and he'll put it in songs like even like the
recent
Will
events.
Smith altercation, like if
like he would have a line about he would talk about that. Yeah, that's a fact.
So I like that he put that in his music, but like you know, but you also, can't. Yeah.
Also, before you said that, I liked how he did the cover art, because he had like you know, he had the music like the venues as like the cover art with like, you know, he had the Apollo with the first one. The second one was Radio Music City Hall.
Yeah.
And then what was the third one?
Put it up. Right here.
Madison Square Garden. Yeah, Madison Square Garden. That's the third one. The second one was Radio City Music Hall, and then the Apollo was the first one.
Yeah, that's fire. Like he's getting bigger. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's also like it just the
venues are rising.
Venues are rising. Yeah. Madison Square Garden. That's where you ended all. That's
like things you look at the cover, like you don't even think about that, but like you compare these venues, you're actually thinking like that makes sense. That you get the Apollo, and then you go to the Radio City Music Hall, whatever you call it.
Yeah, so the venue just getting bigger and bigger and
bigger. Madison Square Garden, everyone knows Madison Square Garden. So
yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
That was dope by It was dope by Fab.
Yeah. No, I didn't really think of it like that. But you know, just like you said though, like the solo tape series, it started getting better and better each one. Anyways, like just him rapping and rhyming and, you know, storytelling and all the rhyme schemes that was going on to it. But Meek Mill and Fab, you know, one of my top ones. Really heavy when I was like first trying to download it too. I'm like that Piff. This is when I was like around the time I was just at McDonald's, just kind of download mixtapes. I didn't have Wi-Fi at the time, so I had to just go there and kind of just like listen to it and kind of download it.
Yeah, I was really going through it.
I was going through it, you know what I'm saying? I had my laptop, you know, kind of going down there and just kind of like downloading the mixtapes and just put it on there, so I listened to it. But those are my favorites though. Those are my honorable mentions. Check out Meek Mill, the Dream Chaser series 1, 2, 3. You know, check those out. And you know, also check out, you know, Fabulous, the solo tape series. You know, can never get let down on those either.
Right. But we'll keep you on.
Finally, number ones, man.
Down to number ones. Finally here.
Finally here.
And I've been waiting, baby.
All right, so Darneezy's number one. We got, you could say it, man.
J. Cole, Friday Night Lights. It's like
shout out Darnell.
Shout out to me. Hey, this is one of the my favorite mixtapes ever. To come off that piff, a lot of mixtapes, you know, with all the other sites that's going on. But J. Cole, I mean, shoot, and this is one of them big mixtapes. Like, you know, everybody was rhyming to, everybody was gigging to.
That's a fact.
You know, just like the warm up for things. You know, he still performs like, I think back to the topic in like his concerts too. And I mean, it's just a fire. Like, he just be flowing. Like, Cole would just be flowing on like mixtapes. Like, you know, more than his albums. Like, he's just. I couldn't even imagine like this mixtape was an album. Like, it'd be crazy. They put this as like one of their favorites. Like,
yeah, it does have that like that.
Just that hard rap, gritty charisma. You know, no limit to what you're saying. Just kind of going off that and just kind of him. You know, and he's still talking about basketball, like I was saying before too. Like on the other project that we had the albums. Yeah, you know, trying to be in the basketball scene. Like, you know, sometimes people think, you know, they're gonna be better, and you trying to get up to the next level, and you got somebody passing you, and you know you better than them, and you know you get cut from the team, and you just kind of like heartbroken about it. So you just kind of keep grinding harder and harder, and you know, years later, now he's like doing the basketball thing too. He got into to a league, you know, overseas and all that, you know, Africa League. So, but he's like, never stop on your dreams with basketball or anything in life. So, but yeah, he had a lot of dope records on here, a lot of like deep records on here, like Sea World, Premeditated Murder, Autograph, like, you know, those some dope records on there, and it's. Oh yeah, he got samples on here too. A lot of dope samples. Yeah, Jay-Z on there.
Yeah, usually the mixtapes always they be having them.
Yeah, and they had the Kanye.
Especially the type of beats that he be rapping on. You know, J. Cole be rapping on those a lot of the beats with like the samples. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of the samples and shit. You know.
Yeah, he be sliding on the dope samples. But yeah, this is kind of like what made me love J. Cole even more too. With Friday Night Lights, like that was like the type of Cole era like that I love the most. Like, you know, him just flowing on each record, and just, you know, having fun with it. You know,
that hunger. It's like that hunger, that early J. Cole. You know, like it's just that different feeling sometimes when you feel that, when you can feel the hunger, like an artist trying to get put on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different.
Yeah, and he was just bodying this stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about J. Cole now, what's crazy is that he still raps with that hunger. Like he still wants to be like a legend. Like, he wants to be on top. He wants to be on everyone's list.
Like, he ain't already doing what he been doing. You know?
Yeah, like you've already, you know, like you're already like one of the top artists of our generation. But he just but like he's trying to be like, nah, I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta be even greater than that.
Yeah,
he's still rapping. Like, his Off Season is even like my favorite like J. Cole album. And that just came out last year, like, you know. So
yeah, you still be hungry on features and all that. Yeah. So just gotta be the best on that.
We gotta get him on a podcast, bro. Imagine if we got him on a podcast, man.
Hey, we gotta get him. I mean, I seen him be walking in New York City, man.
We need to start hitting him on until we get, you know.
We need to start hitting him up, like,
the more we get.
Okay, I'm about to just start sliding through DMs and fucking professional ass emails and like just
gonna find him on the street.
Yeah. Come on the podcast with us for real quick. You know,
we just having a conversation. Especially we keep it pure too. Like, all of our questions, like, I'd be like, hey bro, like watch our interview with Project Pat and tell us you don't want a good interview by us, bro. Come on.
Hey, that's a start. Yeah, he'll enjoy that.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out J. Cole, man.
Project
we'll go on to Keb's first.
Oh, damn. The gang. The gang.
I had to put him up on number one again, man. I had to put a well, I think it's an underrated tape. Like, I felt like this tape should be more, I don't say publicized, but like more heard of, you know.
Yeah, I don't hear that project too much.
You got DJ Ski and Funkmaster Flex as the hosts. So, yeah, it's a dope project, man. You know, start off with LA Times.
You even say the name of the project, audio podcast sessions. I'm like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, I forgot we're on camera. Number one is the Game's Purp and Patron mixtape. and came out in 2011, January of 2011, for what I remember. And yeah, man, dope project. You know, I felt like, you know, LA Times was a dope opener, and then it flowed into the second track, which was In My 6'4", that's featuring Snoop Dogg and Pharrell. I thought that was a dope production on that track as well. And a bunch of dope features on this project.
Can I just say one thing though?
Yeah, go
like,
ahead.
Even just that, like the names that you just said, like that's a mixtape.
Yeah.
Like that's like album like features, you know. Like you've got.
Well,
you
that's
got
what they always
them
said. Like they said, like Game would put out. I know it's been spoken in interviews. Like he'd put out good quality mixtapes that could be
album quality
albums, you know.
Yeah,
the quality of it is
like Nipsey
quality, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, you have Snoop Dogg, and then they also have like the I think Khloe Kardashian was like on like a skit at the end of that track. Obviously high name profile names.
Yeah, some high for a mixtape.
You know, yeah, for a mixtape. Yeah, and then you had Suwoo with Lil Wayne. That was a dope track. You know, you had a track with Fab. I'm the King remix had R.I.P. the Jacka, and then Mr. Fab was on that too. That was on the remix. And then like Taylor Made was
Bay Area legends right there.
All right. Then you had Taylor Made that's with Wiz Khalifa, and Wiz Khalifa at that time was getting big because I think that's right when he dropped Black and Yellow was around that time. But yeah, man, it was a dope project. I feel like doesn't get talked about, and I feel like maybe a lot of people haven't heard. But yeah, a good quality of production, and then good tracks all around. I feel like it should be more publicized when you're speaking on the game in this category, because when you speak about him, you're more not just a controversy, but when it comes to his music, yeah, you're gonna talk about the albums, but his mixtapes are slept on, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. I'd be sleeping. That's a fact. No, the game mixtapes.
They dropped like a sequel with the Hangover.
Yeah, like the Hangover
background on that. A couple of tracks on there too. But obviously the Patron's better. Yeah, but there's good ones on that one too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of good tracks on here, man. I think the one with Lil Boozy was on this one too. I fuck with that track.
Did you use the Boozy code?
I used the Boozy code, man. I got my 60% off goldpresidents.com.
You better get your rap snacks, man.
And
Lil Boozy.
I'm gonna bring it out for my birthday.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, man.
Got me a new petite. I'm gonna bring that out for my birthday. GoPresidents.com. Let them know I
Go Presidents. Let them know that Boozy sent you.
For my birthday.
That's hilarious, bro. Bro, this man Keb be sending that ad every single time.
Bro, I used to see that shit all the time on Instagram, and then it vanished for like half a year, and then I sent it to you again like last month. He popped up again. Like, man, they
watching you.
They promoted that damn ad again.
They're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep doing it until you use the Boozy code.
Talking about it.
It's fucking. I don't know how much they spend on promoting it, but
but then why you better use that Boozy code? I'm like, bro, hey, like why you like?
I'm bringing that up for my
birthday. I'm like, bro, this man arm about to fall off. I'm like, bro, this man arm about to fall off. I'm like,
why birthday, Boozy.
Like, why you so aggressive, bro? You better get that Boozy code. I'm like,
on my birthday,
I got me
a Boozy code. Boutique.
I can't remember if he called it Batek or Boutique. I can't remember. He said it wrong though. People like that comment, he's called
bro. Hey, Lil Boozy be cracking me up, bro. What did you see that? What's that video I sent with when he's like in Jamaica now? I think he's like chilling in Jamaica.
Boozy Marley.
Yeah. Boozy Marley. Man, Boozy Lion. But Boozy is comedy, bro. What's that? DJ Khaled? What's that DJ Khaled shit? WEBSD.
You know that shit.
I used to sing that shit every time I worked for one. WEBSD DJ Khaled, or whatever the hell you saying. We the best. Oh no,
we the best.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that song, but I think I had like Akon or some shit. Huh?
Independent.
Literally, they're spelling out the damn.
Yeah, spelling out the word.
What was the name of the song called?
Independent. Lil Webby.
No, the name of that shit was not called that, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Why would they spelling it out if they ain't called that?
It's out here grinding. He's spelling "We the Best."
Oh, you're thinking of that one.
WTHEBES.
That's pretty much the same thing because Independent came out before that. Then he went out here grinding and doing the same thing because Independent.
Oh, so he was doing the same shit on there.
Yeah, because that track
okay,
was big at the time, so he probably just transferred that same like type of flow to.
Bro, he's hilarious, bro. That should be cracking me up, bro.
Yeah,
that's funny. Man,
Wipe
you
me
got anything
down.
else to say about that?
wipe me down.
We end up going from talking about a whole DJ Lil Boozy segment.
Doozy,
we gotta get Boozy on the podcast too, man. That should be comedy.
I
rolling.
But you got any last words for the game? We gotta get a game too.
It's a dope project, man. Dope. Go check that out, man. Underrated top project.
All facts. Now we'll go on to the last one. Last but not least, one of the GOATs. Got Elzhi, Witness My Growth, and I actually got it right here.
You got the mixtape. What?
I think you cool or something.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And
You got it signed or something? Damn.
No, it's a and it's
not even signed. You're not a real fan.
And it's a double
disc.
Two discs, bro. Look at that. That shit's
What?
crazy.
You got deluxe? Was it deluxe on there?
You don't got it signed. You ain't cool.
No, it's not signed.
I got mine signed.
This man don't got it.
Cool.
This man don't got
it. Dog. I got mine signed.
Nah, bro. But this mixtape right here, bro. It's like a collection of like his music from 1997 to 2004, kind of like all put together, and it just, bro, just like, and hence the name Witness My Growth, because this is from 97 to 2004, you know what I mean? So like, man, just the storytelling ability, the lyricism, his patterns, his rhyme schemes, just everything about it, just from track one all the way to bottom. There's literally no skip at all, bro. Like, and it's just like perfect. Like, to me, as far as how mixtapes should be, especially sometimes he has like, one of the, not DJ, but like one of what's his name, Libido Speedo, I guess, but it must be someone from Detroit. I don't know if it's like a radio host or someone that he knows. But like when you have that person talking on a mixtape too, and then going into the next track, and then you rap like this shit that just be rapping. I got a song like Boomerang Slang. The production is fire. And it's one of those mixtapes to me where it's like it's just perfect. Honestly, I don't even know what else to say about that. Like, that shit is just perfect to me. And I got in it pretty late because I always knew Elzhi and I knew like Slum Village and stuff like that. But my brother was always a big fan, and he put me more on game with Elzhi's solo projects, and told me to listen to this one like a few years back. Same thing kind of what I was telling you on the last video, Darnell, about Dead Prez. It was one of those situations where it's like I wasn't really listening too much like hip hop at that time, and I heard that Dead Prez album, then I heard this, and I was like, I was like, bro, there's like a whole like realm of hip hop that I haven't even listened to yet. You know what I mean? So this is one of those mixtapes where to this day I listen to this heavy, like all the time. Obviously, I got the CD, which took me a minute to find. Like, and it's one of those things too, just for me being an artist, like I try not to when I make my own music and stuff like that and write, I try not to have people like influence me or in my music, but I study certain artists, and Elzhi, this specific mixtape is one of those ones where I study to listen to like his patterns and the way he like paints a picture, and like how he raps effortlessly. Like, if you guys haven't listened to this, like go like it's on Apple Music too, so you could just look it up and you listen to it when you have the chance. And it's just fire, bro. Like, I show people like certain songs, and like it's super relatable, the shit that he talks about. He paints a picture and just makes it sound flawless. And it's one of those things that like truly make, when I listen to this every single time, it feels like the first time I listened to it. Like, it's just like this is the definition of like what truly makes me love hip hop, when I hear artists like this. You know what I mean? Just straight hip hop to the core. It doesn't get any better than this mixtape. So I definitely, and it's one of those ones that a lot of people don't really talk about. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people don't talk about Elzhi in general, but it is what it is.
I looked him up. I didn't know he was from Detroit, Michigan. That's cool.
Yeah, because he was he ended up joining Slum Village like a little bit after like about 10. He ended up, I believe, He ended up passing away later, but like after I think they kind of split for a little bit, then Elzhi joined, and it was him, T3, and Dilla, or I might have it the other way around. It might have been Bartend and Elzhi, and Jay Dilla left for a little bit when he was solo. Might be switched around. I might have switched it, but yeah. So he like most of Elzhi's biggest songs are from Slum Village, like the song "Selfish."
Selfish. Ooh.
Yeah, like that's like one of those like big songs, you know. But even like a lot of people, even like from Detroit, like Royce da 5'9", a lot of like the actual like, you know, lyricists in hip hop, like they know Elzhi is like one of those beasts, like one of those guys who you just can't, like, you're not gonna have a better verse than him on the track, you know what I mean? He's just one of those guys. So I definitely say go check him out when you get the chance. Especially listen to this. And he also got one called Elmatic, but with the EL instead of the IL, and rapped over Nas's beats, and he got and that blew up too at the time when he made that, because same situation, like a lot of people kind of like resembles Nas in a bit as far as painting a picture, that lyricism and stuff like that. So listen to that too when you get a chance. Just super fire. So this was definitely had to be my number one. But yeah, man, witness my growth. Shout out Elzhi. But yeah, man.
Shout out to him. Yeah, I gotta check him out. He's from
bro.
Michigan. You know, got some family out there. So I didn't know.
Michigan.
You know,
Detroit, Michigan, man.
That's fire. You know.
But yeah, 5 mixtapes. That was a good one.
Mixtapes. Yeah,
for a minute.
Yeah, facts. that was fun though. Some mixtapes out, you know what I mean? I gotta go listen to that. Stern Michael Rocks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard I hope like with this video too, I hope it like
people
like bring back memories and reminiscing, like, you know, the mixtapes.
Or learn something.
From it too.
Here's something that you never heard before.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I know the mixtapes, it brings back so many memories about that time. So you know, it's not really the same now with mixtapes. You don't know what's a mixtape nowadays because everything's on streaming when they drop.
Yeah, anything could be an album or a mixtape. Like back then, like, you knew what it was.
So you knew what it was. You're like, oh yeah, that's a mixtape. Like nowadays, I'm like, is it a mixtape or is it an album? Or what is this? You know, I don't really know nowadays. So
yeah, that's a
funny thing. So hope people go back in the times and know what the mixtapes were.
Yeah,
but that was a great video.
Yeah, that was fun, man. But you guys got any last words? I think what is the so yeah, I gotta edit these and upload them. But what do you guys want to do next? Because I was thinking, I wrote a couple down, but there's 5 verses that made me love hip hop, or 5 songs that made me love hip hop, or 5 beats. You know what I mean? Like specific beats, like from a song that you're like, damn, like this is crazy. You guys want to do songs? I was thinking 5 songs, like 5 tracks.
Yeah, we'll
think about it. All right.
Plan that on the side.
Yeah. You guys got anything else to say before we get off of this one?
Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share. We appreciate everyone's feedback. Let us know your favorite mixtapes, you know, and you know, stay tuned to more content. Follow us on all our on our socials. It's a Pure Rap Podcast. It's not hard to find. So just want to plug that real quick.
Facts. We're the only one with that name, so you gotta be able to find it. Come on now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody watching, man. And like I said, like let us know in the comments, man. Your 5. Let us know 5 mixtapes that made you love hip hop. Let us know in the comments. 5. I mean, you can name 1, and also let us know about ours. You know, let us know if you have a memory from any of the mixtapes that we named. You know, some songs that you love from those mixtapes. Let us know all that in the comments. And yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a wrap. Shout out to everybody.
That's a wrap.